Alrighty, so we're looking at some random stuff I got. Why not? So these are some coin slash stamp pages. Looks like commemorating Jefferson here. From 89. Interesting. Gives you a little more info there. Huh. So this is all, I think, Jefferson oriented, apparently. Oh, he did do that. Hmm. That's right. He was president. Pretty cool. I like that they give you the history. It's nice. I have not actually sat down and read those, but may as well. I can't remember what these are. Finland. So these are nice laminated sheets here. 85. I'll list it all out. So this must be like what they released that year, is my guess. So if we say that's 85, so what we got here? 86. Interesting. Nice. I forgot about these guys. I just found them on the shelf. I think that those are, I think these aren't worth like a whole lot. Maybe 15, 20 bucks a thing. Not horrible, but they're obviously very mint condition. They look perfect to me. Very nice. 86, I think we already had that, if I'm not mistaken. 87. So these are nice, oh, that's A-Land. Oh yeah, it did switch over to A-Land. Totally different. Interesting. Okay. So these are year commemorative things for Finland and A-Land. So this is looking like more of the same. These are a little older, I suppose. 83. I got this and the last one from a random stamp collection. Interesting. Couple of cool year commemorative panels, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, another Finland, another A-Land. So I've got a little wildlife booklet here. Wildlife of the World, portrayed on stamps. This book is missing quite a few. It does have some. But missing a lot of stuff. Nice little book. Oh, nice. The big cats. Monkeys, apes. Cayman. Hungary. Republique du Niger. Hungary. Romania. Huh. Got some of these ones. The fennec, a shy desert fox. So that's a wildlife book. And then I got another one that's pretty similar, a little space album. And I've actually got a whole bunch of these kind of things. I've got a whole stack of them, honestly. Most people actually adhered to stamps. And some didn't. Some kept them separate. And, I have suspicions that with this guy, that they basically, when they bought this, I think that they gave them a little glassine full of all the stamps, and then all they had to do was just hinge them onto the album pages. I don't think it was actually the individual's responsibility to come across all of these stamps. I think that the stamps are sold with the book, and that's just a suspicion that I have. That's actually a pretty cool one. Not sticking very well. Oh, shit. Dude, what? That was my fault. 100% my fault right there. Whoops. Dubai, space medicine, the moon. So yeah, little I guess first little space book. Splash down. So lots of different countries commemorating success in space. So there's that guy. Moving on with the space theme. This is a flight cover for a space shuttle. STS-8 flight cover. So this explains, like, why did my number higher than the supposed number of these that were released, blah blah blah. So basically they made extra, buddy. But yeah, so launched aboard the Challenger 83, Kennedy Space Center, return to Earth. One of those high value or high denomination stamps. And gives you some details about the velocity, orbit, all that kind of stuff. A little flight cover, and here's my number. So mine isn't fallen to the original 260,000. Mine is probably one of the ones that what that she was explaining. It was just like stored in the hole. It wasn't like the astronauts didn't really do anything with it. It just happened to go into space or something. So I think that I feel like a lower number would make that a little bit more valuable, but I don't think you get rich off that stuff anyhow, frankly. So this is a really old outer space stamp collecting kit, which has definitely seen better days. Pretty tattered. At least the outer exterior. So I don't even know if this guy has stamps. I bet you there's some. Rockets. Talking about the shuttle, astronauts in space. Upside down, they must be getting ready to launch. This light is just rough, isn't it? Landing. So yeah, so far I don't actually see any stamps on this thing. Oh, there, there they are. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Where some keep it separate. This is part of why I had that suspicion that they come with the book, I think. So this is why none of them are adhered, is they decided to keep them all in that envelope, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually kind of smart. Didn't ruin any of the stamps by sticking them in there. So, nice job, guy, whoever you are. So these are some Russian stamp sheets that I've got here, and bought this set at some point. Nice sheets. They are pretty similar design, I'm pretty sure, most all of them. And yeah. Overall, I don't have like a huge amount of Russian stuff, but I decided to buy these. I liked them. They're pretty cool. So these are my Graf Zeppelins. I paid $1,775. Got them directly from Mystic. So you can spend $2,800 or something and get these with perfect centering. You know, you can tell the uneven margins, like a large right margin, short, almost no left margin on that one. This bottom one has a large lower margin compared to the top. So they're not perfectly centered, unfortunately, but they are very coveted stamps with a great history. They're very collectible. People love them, you know. So I bought a set of these pretty early on, and I love them. I'm glad that I bought them, and they have great resale. So like if I ever wanted to, I could totally go and sell these. Yeah, this guy is the $2.60 stamp. That was a lot of money back in the 30s. So that was a rare stamp to be used, for one thing. People could barely afford bread and shit, and you know, who had money for an expensive stamp like this. So rare stamp, especially used. But in this mint condition, this is like $900. I'm pretty sure this is like 5 and 4 or something, or 4 and 3 or 5 and 3 or something like that. But altogether, this set with their condition, they're mint. They're perfectly mint. They're beautiful. Except for this guy has a small stain, which I don't know what the deal is with that. I almost thought about getting mad at Mystic about it, but life goes on. It's perfectly mint otherwise. But yeah, this is a $1,800 set of stamps. So my pride and joy almost. Love those. This is the same book with the Zeppelins, but further up in the book, I haven't put a whole lot of work into this book yet, but I do have a grill stamp, an F grill up there, which I could look up the value. I just haven't put it in here yet. And kind of skipping over, I've got some stamps in here. I was like, this one has these big bold letters canceling over it, and I don't know what the word was, but I always found that intriguing, that one right there, that number 182, the cancellation at least. So yeah, I've got some stuff in here. So I've got a Hamilton stamp worth $100, not bad. That's pretty cool. We're in the 1800s here. A few stamps there. We make our way to the Colombians. These are the really easy ones. These 2 cent. Even these ones. All of these are pretty easy to get. That one's worth $25. Not horrible. $8 for that one. Yeah, I definitely am missing the harder ones, which are these high value $5, $4, $3. Those ones are the ones that are worth money and hard to get, so I don't have those. And I think that's just about... I don't think I have a whole lot in this entire thing yet. This is the older one, Washington. So, yeah, I don't have too much stuff, but there's some stuff in there. Old automobile right there. Some of the calls the Trans-Mississippi series. That one's worth $50. It's got a fancy cancel on it, or an obliterator cancel. That's what they call it. So I have done a little bit, you know. I have some, but mostly it's empty. So this is a silly little thing. I just bought this from the USPS. It cost about $5. Pretty cheap overall. Little toy, mail truck with a little mailbox. Just for the hell of it. I'm probably going to leave it in the package. But I figured I'd share. USPS has tons of silly little gifts on there. One thing that I'll give you guys a heads up on is if you ever buy the towel from the USPS website, talk about a piece of garbage. For one thing, it doesn't dry anything, and for another thing, it's too small to lay on, so I guess you would hang it on the wall. So don't ever buy the towel from these guys unless you just plan on using it as a banner, because it is worthless. Okay, see, this is straying away from stamps a little bit, but this is like my treasure box, let's say. This I actually got from Mystic. It was full of stamps, random stuff. Let's set a candle on there. Whoops. So let's see what we got in here. So this is a stack of 100 mint $200 or $2 bills. So just a mint stack of twos. I would take it out, but I want to kind of protect it, and I've handled it a few times, which I think is just not the best thing for it. So I keep that stuck in here. I've got a little, this is my first diving into of bullion, right? Basically bulk precious metal. So this is 0.999 fine silver. It's 10 troy ounces. Troy ounces are a little different than regular ounces. And Scottsdale is the the refinery or whatever, the people that made this. They're pretty reputable. Oh God, I can't remember how much I paid for this. I want to say a couple $100. It wasn't crazy. 180, something like that, maybe less. So this guy just kind of hangs out in here. And then this is a mint coil of 100 US flags from 2018. It's $55 it cost me. I don't know if you, also, there's some stamps. I don't know if you consider this treasure. It's just kind of a valuable little thing. I plan on filling this box with a bunch of different knickknacks. There's already stuff I could put in there, but I just want to, mainly, I want to get some more of this. Once I pay off my credit cards, I want to get some more silver bullion. Maybe even a nice gold coin I'll keep in here. So, that's out. So, I made a folder for banknotes, and I've got a couple of things in here, nothing crazy. Pretty sure this is just a star note. Yeah, so this was me learning about star notes and such. If you have the little star right there at the end of the serial number, that makes this a star note. So some kind of error or flaw or something was found on the assembly line with the original bill that had the serial number, so they deleted it, or they destroyed it, and then remade it with a asterisk, which literally just indicates that this has been replaced. So the original serial number was replaced by this bill. So these tend to not be worth a whole lot. They can be worth money for sure, but in general, they're not like crazy over face value. Although you can get rare ones that are totally worth good money. Of all things, I put this in there today, thanks to birthday money and stuff. This is the first $100 star note that I've seen. It's in fair condition. It's not 100% perfect little bend there. But I just hopped on Google and went to look up and see if this star note, based on its serial number, might be worth anything. And it says it's like right at the absolute bare minimum of value. This was made like 2018 or something. So, 2018? Oh, 2013. So anyways, I'm building up a star note collection, which is very small, but how cool that I found a $100 star note just this morning. La-ti-da. It's worth checking through the money that, you come in contact with. If you see gold seals, silver certificates, or whatever they're called, gold certificates, star notes, any of that stuff. And if one other thing I learned is the serial numbers, if they're sequential, like A101101110 or something, like that's a special serial number. It just is a cool number. It's just like, what are the odds it'd be 010010001, so you would save that. Anyone that has like a starts in 89 or starts in 888, ends in 888, like what are the odds? So you would save that. So any kind of weird serial number. I also have a worldwide banknote collection, which is pretty okay. I don't have a crazy amount of stuff, but I've got some for sure. And this one's ripped in half. Unfortunately, that's pretty old. I'm guessing it's Greek. Looks like Greece. I think the EAA. Bahamas. Some of these I've been given. Some I've acquired myself from my travels. Definitely not these ones. Maybe the Mexico. I've been to Mexico. Not the Canada. Yeah, most of these I just was given. 20 francs. That's 20. I know it says it, but I took French. Some silly. So this one was miscut. This one has some weird stamps on there. This is total BS. Bill of impeachment. So I'm a millionaire. I've already done it. I've made it. Here he is. The disgruntled state. These are funny. Santa Claus. That's, I don't think, real. This doesn't even belong in here. Matter of fact, I should take that out and put that in the right place. So I have more $2 bills. My mom gave me these ones. She gave me a whole stack of them. Which actually, come to think of it, I have not checked out to see if any of them are star notes. None of these are. They've all got the green seal. Where is the special bill? There isn't one. Okay. So a bunch of $2 bills. Anyways, my stomach is growling. Looks like more Greek stuff. Polski, Poland. This is mine. I got this out of actually, that cigar box I showed you earlier. Bank of Pennsylvania. I had to look it up. State of Virginia. That's where I live. I was like, what the hell? This is real money? And well, it is. It was. So that's my banknotes. So this is just one regular old plumbus. Anybody who's seen Rick and Morty knows. It's good to have one of these around the house. So this is a big old stack of mint sheets that I had bought. I have been kind of slacking on going over. I think I'm actually I'm gonna keep all of these since they still have the adhesive and stuff. I could just marker that stuff out and reuse every single one of these. Don't know what I'll use them for, but I got them. But yeah, so this is my next step today. Big old giant stack of sheets. I'm going to put them all in my binders. Let's see how that goes. Alrighty, so I just finished sorting out that big old stack of 3 centers. I've got them all in different piles here to go in the other binders, but basically I added them all in there. Ended up being an additional $535.50 worth of additions to this, which used to be $39.15, so now it totals $44.50 for this 3-cent binder, retail, of course. So that's super aspirational of me, but all these numbers are based off of what Mystic, lists them for. When you go to Mystic and you type in the stamp number, and it shows you the price range. 20 cents is usually like one used stamp, and then it goes all the way up to a full mint sheet. So the $20 would be the full mint sheet. So that's how I price these. They're mint sheets, and even though I can't probably go and sell this for $20 like Mystic does, I should still be able to get, $15, $10, something. So even if this $44.50 for this 3-cent sheet album, let's say I could only get half, it's still worth $2,200. And I'm not sure I paid that much at all to make it. So I'd have to actually factor in these binders and these pages and stuff and do the math. But I think I came out ahead anyways. So got them all filed and ended up with those 3 cents. Ended up with $188 worth of additions to this mixed binder here of a bunch of different stuff. The 5-cent sheets, I ended up with $263 worth of additions, so that was cool. So now that stack of crap is gone off of my shelf, it looks a lot better. So I was just going through, I have this big box of stuff that my grandparents and my mom left me of all kinds of childhood stuff. And I've got some really interesting, like, school projects and, things that I made and done from the past. And, um, this stuff is pretty cool. Holy moly. I went through it years ago, but I didn't really go through it well enough. And, oh boy, I've just spent like the last 3 hours going through a whole bunch of different stuff from my childhood, photos, everything. Wow, I just found my mother's death certificate. Holy moly. I didn't even know I had these things. Here's a copy of my birth certificate, and what the heck? Anyway, I'm still going through it, and I still have more to go, but how about that? I just found this guy. And this is gonna be a little tricky. Hold on here. I popped it open. And wouldn't you know it, it's some stamps. It's like almost as if he had planned from the beginning to give these to me. I don't know how old this envelope is. I have no idea how long. I mean, it's old. But wow, how cool. So Grandpa just keeps giving me stamps somehow. Uh, I'm gonna put this with his collection. I'll have to sort it out and see what's going on. So I have emptied out the envelope to see what we've got, and it's basically a mix of worldwide stamps. Japan, Thailand, Finland, Iran, US. That one's actually a high denomination right there. Anyways, I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep them in the envelope. I'm going to put them back and keep them as they were. A little package from my grandpa to me. So, also I did find some Mexico money, some pesos. Funny. In that box, not in the envelope. But, yeah.